Hello, everybody. Welcome to In the Swamp with the Glenwood Gators. I'm Victor Feliciano, alongside Coach Jason Gibson of the Glenwood Gators. We're going to review this past Friday's game and preview this upcoming game. Last week, Glenwood came out with a 49-28 victory over Springwood on senior night and homecoming. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. We showed that to you live on Channel 7, and we will show you the rebroadcast following this program. And Coach, this puts y'all at a record of 6-3, 4-1, secures the second place spot in the playoffs. And so, Coach, thanks for coming for another episode. And Coach, you guys got the second spot. Who's the opponent that you'll be facing in the first round?
We're playing Fort Dale.
Fort Dale. And so it was a mix between Fort Dale and two teams that you've played before. So now it's going to be the team that y'all haven't played.
Yeah, it was a three-way tie between Fort Dale, Northside Methodist, and Pike. And so, however, the tiebreakers worked out. We wound up getting Fort Dale, which, you know, somebody we haven't played before. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We'll figure it out.
Well, they've played some common opponents, and there was a couple of close ones that they've had with them. And we'll talk a little bit more about that playoff game next week, but there's a game ahead of that. So we're going to backtrack and talk about Friday night's game. And, Coach, good showing Friday night.
Yeah, we needed that. It was a conference win. That's what we wanted. It was a conference game. And, if you had told me we were going to be 4-1 in the conference before taking this job in June, I wouldn't have believed you. But that feels pretty good. And that was the big deal. It was just that was a conference game.
Well, Coach, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons they put you on board. You're able to utilize the skill sets of the players, get them in place, and we got to see evidences of that. A couple of close wins on the region, but it's a tough region.
It is a tough region. It is a really tough region. I had no idea coming into it. I just figured out, private school football and didn't really think much of it until I got in it, and I'm thinking, wow, it's a really tough region. And there's a lot of good football, and yeah, we had two close games. We could very easily be sitting at 2-3 in the region, and not in the playoffs. But we're not. We're in, so that's right. I'll take it.
Not only are you in, but you'll have a home field the first round.
That's huge. The fact we don't have to go anywhere and can play here, and it's good for the school. It's good for building. It's a lot going into next year.
Now this final game with Springwood, you guys were able to do something you guys been trying to do all year, is to jump early and jump fast.
Yeah, we did. We jumped out really fast, really quick. I think we jumped out 21-0.
That's right.
I had talked to coach over at Springwood, and it just worked in our favor. We kind of let them back in the game a little bit there for a couple times. I was trying to get everybody, it was senior night, and I wanted to play really fast, really strong, come out early. And then as we got to the third quarter, let a lot of seniors that maybe don't get on the field as much, or some young guys get some action. But every time I turn around, Springwood, just to their credit, boom, touchdown out of nowhere. And it kept kind of keeping us in the game a little bit and dictated who we played and didn't play. But yeah, I mean, first two series were great. We got a turnover, which was good in the first quarter. And we needed that, and we scored on it. So those are things that we hadn't been doing all year long that we finally started to do. I hope it carries over into the coming weeks. But for as far as this game, it worked out in our favor.
Not only were you able to jump with 3 touchdowns in the first 3 possessions, but you didn't have to go far to do that. Your defense really kept them on their side of the field, and basically you started on their side of the field.
Yeah, I think the second turnover we got inside the 20 or something. It was short fields. I just kind of keep things simple, and it worked out for us. Worked out for us really well, I thought. And our guys competed. It was great.
You won the turnover battle? That was
Finally, I think we got an interception. We did win the turnover battle. We did a lot of things we've been preaching on all year long. I don't think Springwood was as strong as they were in the beginning of the year. I mean, they'd taken a couple hard losses versus Bessemer and Tuscaloosa and Lee Scott, and I'm not sure if we got their best game, but I'll take it.
That's right, and be able to take it, get that second place spot, and I tell you, you even were able to keep in check outside of one long run. You had the young guy, Shaiki, and I had trouble saying his first name the whole night during the live broadcast. Shaiki Thomas.
He's unbelievable. He's fast.
He's probably the fastest guy on the field.
He's way faster than anybody we have. I can promise you that. And we knew that. I think he's their all-time leading rusher or something like that.
That's right.
So he's definitely a good player.
He added another one. I believe he's got 15 for the year. He was well over 1,100 yards for the season. And so he busted out with a 74-yard run. But to y'all's credit, you answered back. Mosley answered back with a 77-yard run himself.
That was a really good run. What's crazy is when we watch the film, one of our offensive guards is running down the field with him. So maybe I need to put that guy in the backfield.
Speaking of backfield, you were able to rest a couple of your key players. You had Cash Boatner sitting out, and you also had Trip Day sitting out. And I think there was another player that was mentioned.
Jonathan Caldwell.
John Caldwell. And so they were able to sit back and rest up and get ready for the playoffs. But you had Mario Richmond. Mm-hmm. And you had J.B. Burnett.
John Burnett had a good game. John had a great game. Mario had a good game. They were able to run the ball. John Burnett finally got coming downhill, and plus he can catch really well too. I think he had 50 yards receiving, a big touchdown catch. He had another touchdown he dropped. I gave him a hard time about it. But yeah, those guys stepped up. And when you look at the stats across the board, we've got O'Neal, who has 25, 30 catches for 300 yards. And Trip Day has 25, 30 catches, 400 yards. 6 touchdowns here, 6 touchdowns there. We don't have one guy that's our entire team of stats, because if we did, he would be leading the entire state in everything. It's so evenly dispersed amongst Boatner and Mario and Brandon, and then receiving the ball, it's O'Neal and Clausell and Trip Day. I mean, Aiden Rhodes. We got a lot of weapons. Sometimes it's a good thing, but sometimes you're trying to distribute the ball and you can't get any continuity.
So you've got a lot of guys that are able to pitch in. You've got a team effort. And so in the playoffs, it actually comes down to the best team and being able to get them all to gel together. For on the individual levels, you may not get, a Player of the Week award or per se, but you get the W's, and that's what counts in this.
Right. Definitely. I'd say 6-3 sounds great. Nobody knows who you play, how you play, what the scores were, whether we win by 1 and win by 70. So that's how I took it.
That's right. 3-4 years from now, they'll look back, they'll see that record, and they'll just know that it's there. And you did top the win totals from now, 2-3 years for Glenwood. So now it's just another level that they're taking towards.
Well, yeah. Now we've set a standard where we need to be. First year, so really, looking forward to going into next year. And as we talk about this, you can't really go backwards. And even though we are losing a lot of seniors, that was a big senior class, probably 15, 16, 17 seniors. That's a lot that we're going to have to replace. But
as we mentioned, that we were going to be rebroadcasting the game if you weren't able to join us live, and it will include the senior night presentation that Coach Perdue was able to announce, mentioned each and every one of the seniors. Also, the homecoming court was able to mention all the winners of homecoming. And so you'll want to stay tuned for that following this program. So, Coach, we finished the region play, and for some quirky reason, and I grew up on the Georgia side, and usually your region games are at the very end. They stick a non-region game after the region play, right before the playoffs. Don't know the reason why, but what do teams do on that last game?
I have no idea. I just look at the schedule when we line up and play. So the good thing about it is, playing against Abbyville is going to continue to get us better. I'm not worried about do you rest guys or they're high school kids. It's not the NFL. They're not playing 20 weeks. They're not running high speeds of collision. They're high school kids. So what we want to play, 7-3 to me sounds better than 6-4. And you want to beat everybody you play. So going against Abbyville will allow us to put some things in and do some things offensively and defensively to kind of test the waters a little bit and fine-tune a couple other things and see what happens. So I want to play the game. I don't want to not have a game going forward. So I'm looking forward to it.
Tell us about this Abbyville team from what you've seen so far.
A good team. It's a 1A program. They're a playoff team every year. I think they won the state last year, the year before, I'm not sure. They've got 2 or 3 really good football players. They'll run a spread offense. They run tempo fast. Real fast. And it'll pose a lot of problems for us. It'll be a good test. It'll be something we haven't seen yet, which is good. To continue I've said it all year long. Every time you see something new that just makes your team, it builds the experience. That's how you get veterans. That's how you become a veteran. It's seeing a spread team, seeing a wishbone team, all the different types of teams we've played and the different scenarios we've been in. It doesn't do you any good to be in a team. If you're playing all the teams that play all spread the whole season long, and all of a sudden you get to the playoffs and you play a team that plays the wishbone, it kind of messes you up a little bit. So we've had a chance to see different types of offenses, be in different types of scenarios, play for first. We got our butt kicked one game, really good. We've been in last-second drives to win the game, last-second drives to lose the game. All that stuff just builds experience and it builds character, which is good for us.
What are some of the things that you're going to be, for the lack of a better term, preaching this coming up week?
Continue to play fast. We'll practice. We're not going to be in pads the rest of the year for practice. Where we're at, it's all mental at this point. So. But just to be able to play fast, play smart, build a lot of confidence in what we do, basically, and get ready.
You had a couple of players, as you mentioned, we kept them to 28 points and was able to pretty much keep Shaquille Thomas in check with, limiting his touches. But Floyd.
Chaz
Floyd.
Played great. Chaz has been working. He's a senior. He's a really good football player. He's got a lot of length. He's 6'2", 6'3". I thought he did a great job. We've been working on that through practice, just working on edge game, things like that. And great job by Chaz. And I was excited for him. And they kind of kept their edge game to it, kind of kept it in check.
We pretty much covered what happened this past week. Once again, we'll be showing that to you following this program, unless you're watching it on Friday. But we'll be on Friday. If you're watching this on Friday, it's actually going to be airing again at 7:30 that evening. So Monday night and Friday night we'll be re-airing the game, and you'll be able to enjoy each moment of that. So at this point, what we want to do is just be able to go to one of the segments that we like to show, and that's Behind the Whistle. And we did something a little bit different this episode. We didn't mic a coach. We actually mic'd a player. And of all the players that we ended up miking up, probably ended up being the player of the game is John Burnett. So we were able to mic him up.
He's a character.
That was one of the appeals. He's a character, and you're going to have to check this out. You would have thought he won like a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's, because you got him mic'd up, and you'll see how many times he's told somebody, I'm mic'd up. So enjoy this edition of Behind the Whistle.
Glenwood! Yeah. Here we go, pre-practice, let's go.
John Burnett, JV. We doing the scoop and score drill. I'm mic'd up, Carl. Don't talk to me. Hey, you on mic, bro. Shh, you on mic. You mic'd up. Parents gonna see this. Shh. You mic'd up. Here you go, little man.
What's up, buddy? Hey, good.
I'm mic'd up, bro. Say something. I'm mic'd up. Say something.
Tune in, man.
What you gotta say something? Speak here.
Hey.
I'm mic'd up like NFL.
Watch your mouth.
Jack, say something. I'm mic'd up. Come here. Say something. I'm mic'd up. Say something.
Hey, let go. Hey, get it right here, man.
Hey, little man. I'm mic'd up. Say something. Say pink tips one time, coach.
Finish.
Mic'd up. Look, everywhere I go, he follows me. What's going on? How you doing?
Good. How
Why
are
you feeling nothing? What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with
I want a high five first.
You just want a high five. So
Mic'd up. Hold on. Look. Where you going? My other boy. And my boy here, my boy. What you gotta say, A1 day one?
Dang.
I mic'd up, Khalil. What you gotta say? Go home. Go home.
Go home.
Me. Hey, bro. I'm mic'd up. Pepe. I'm mic'd up, bro. Look. Say something, Pepe. What's my name in Spanish? Be an athlete. Number 1 quarter of the year. We being athletes.
Yeah, we out here being athletes.
Being athletes. I wasn't being an athlete that day, and I don't know what happened. He got that on camera, bro, because he can hear me, yeah. Look, leave right there. Scott, I'm mic'd up, man. Say something.
get away from me, because I don't understand.
That's my prodigy right here. They prodigy. Like a little brother to me. We look alike. Hold on, watch this. Take him on. We look alike a little bit. People tell me. Smile, boy. We look alike, see? Just a little bit. This right here, this is like, he's mad at me right now because we broke up, but
Don't say break up. We were
he's
never
like,
anything.
he was like my favorite white person, was my white boy here. Now he's mad at me because I chose somebody else because he's a butt sometimes, so look at him. He's cute though, see? See, we look alike a little bit too. See, bro, we can't do that because then whoever watches is gonna think we play it, bro. So we gotta stop. We gotta focus. Shh. We gotta focus. Look at it. Look straight. Shh. Look straight. The camera's on us. Oh, Mac. He ran. Like, didn't you run over your grandma when you was like 3 years old?
5. Ran over his grandma.
How you run over? Why are you driving at 5 years old?
It was an accident. I wasn't actually driving.
Sit down. Hey, walk up, walk up. Everybody go.
Cold, other hand, or keep right here.
Keep right here. Go. Go.
Dude, come on. Come on, man. It's not hard. Let's work. Come on, keep working, keep working, keep working. Come on. Y'all keep working. Go up. There you go. Go up for him.
Let's go, Bryce.
Let's go. Keep it up. Keep it up. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Hey, that's pretty good, Angel.
Tyler, your feet too wide. Bring him in some. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. You going next, all right? I ain't tired. I'm just thirsty. I'm thirsty. Fuck tired. Calm your breathing down. Dang. Stay on your toes. Come on.
Okay, good. Get your hands off your knees. Come on. Worry about the form.
Hands up. Hands
Power
up.
will come.
Stay on your toes. Stay on your toes.
Better. Hey, that's a good job.
Good job, Brian. Yo, Bobo. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Boys for life. Me a hug. Hug. That's what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna start hugging. Look, see? Use some toothbrush. Gotta get a little funky. I'm like, oh, Lord. We just gotta get ready for Friday. We wanted to play off 7-3, so we have a winning out season instead of a losing out season. So we just gotta do what we do. My name is John Burnett, and this is In the Swamp with the Gators.
Glenwood! Here we go, pre-practice. Let's go, let's go.
We hope you enjoyed that segment. Probably got a few chuckles out of that. And John Burnett, still a junior, a lot of potential for next.
Yeah, he's coming back, you know, and this is really his first year at Glenwood. I mean, he transferred, I think, in last year, didn't play. So he's a really good player, and I look forward for him to stepping up even more next year.
Even with him being able to seem like he's kind of joking around at practice, he practices hard, and we don't see that.
I tell you what, he's a really good blocker. He doesn't want to block. I mean, who wants to be a fullback in high school? I get it. I run, score touchdowns and things like that, but he's a really good blocker, and he paves the ways for Boatner. And but when he gets the ball to it, he's a triple threat. He can catch, he can run, he can block. You know, it's a great football player.
So not only would he be able to block, but you give him enough bones to satisfy his.
Yeah, you got to feed him a little bit.
Yes, so John Burnett, so we hope you enjoyed that. And so this kind of leads us to the end of our program, and we are going to do something special since it is homecoming. It was homecoming and it was senior night. That was a time that was presented. There was a lot of memories built up for the outgoing seniors, a lot of memories made for those who were able to participate in homecoming and then those who were able to enjoy that week. And one thing in particular that was done was a group of students from Glenwood and from Lee Scott, of all places, got together and they raised funds, about approximately $1,000, to Upward Basketball, which is the organization that Coach Flint Sharp As y'all may know, that he passed away not too long ago. And the family had requested, in lieu of flowers, to give towards that. So those two student bodies got together, raised money, and we were there last Thursday to see the presentation. And we'll leave you with that. We'll see you next week.
The senior class has collected donations in the memory of Mr. Clint Sharp and in honor of his daughter, senior Cassie Sharp, and the Sharp family. On behalf of the Glenwood class of 2017, it is my honor to present this check to the Sharp family in Golden Acres Baptist Church, Pastor Ray Cummings. The Upward basketball program at Golden Acres was the passion of Mr. Sharp's. We would like for this donation to be used to continue Mr. Sharp's legacy through the Upward basketball program.
We have been overwhelmed, everyone. I knew he was a good guy, but I would have never thought. You don't realize the influence that you make on people sometimes till life is over. And I think that what he accomplished and everything that he was, I hope that the people who are still living pay attention, because obviously he made an impression on a lot of people, and it was because it wasn't about him. It was about others all the time. It was about God, it was about faith and church, and the legacy that you leave, your family, your faith, and that's all that matters.